Just a couple lessons right off the hop. Don't leave the working title on the thing and not remember to check it, because that's really not the title of what we did. But it was the working title, so we're all good there. Second, my name's Wayne Davies. I'm the Director of Student Teaching from the University of Winnipeg. Yeah, no kidding. From the Faculty of Education. And so, two things you need to know about me is I began my teaching career in Northwest British Columbia, because when I came out of U of M in 1991, there was no jobs for teachers anywhere in this province. And so I went to reserve. After the birth of my two kids, it's the most transformative experience of my life. It changed everything for me. Second thing is, so you know, I'm a citizen of the Red River Métis, chair of the Circle of Red River Métis Educators for the province. So those two things will come through this, but I think I can just click that, yeah. So basically, I'm old. I taught for 32 years. I'm now here as really enjoying it, but I'm frustrated and I'm tired of listening to people talk about what they're going to do or what they should do, and just went, you know what, unfortunately he laughed, I think, the gentleman who spoke a couple minutes ago. Just do it. Just get in the van and get going. And so based on the calls to Action 63, identifying teacher training needs relating to the above, and UNDRIP, Indigenous individuals, particularly children, have the right to all levels and forms of education of the state without discrimination. I just decided that we needed to get teachers into the north. I have 1,400 student teachers that I work with, and the vast majority are inside of Winnipeg, but we have a number, and I just proposed to them, hey, do you want to come north and see what it's all about? And some of you might end up working there, and some of you might just come back with a story of, and help break down a bunch of stereotypes and myths that exist about the north. And so a bunch of people said, sure. Oops. And so we had a couple of four students go up to Red Sucker Lake, and they spent their final 5-week block there. 3 of them decided to stick around and teach there on term contracts in May and June. This is near the end of 2023 when I first, or 2024, sorry, when I first got here. And one of them, well, I'll tell you the other story about another one of them, but they went up, they saw it, they loved it. And they really, really enjoyed it. So the problem is in any small community, accommodations are the limiting factor. I have lots of teachers, student teachers, who are willing to go north and to try and to do this. There's nowhere for them to sleep. And I'm not going to put them in a gym. Because if they're doing a 5-week block, that just doesn't work. So we started reaching out for partnerships, and we decided to offer students a chance to go up for one day drives with me, all the way up to 5-week practicums. And the difference you can see here, we don't have a lot of time for me to go through all that. Wow, I'm really making a mess here. Placement and practicum, but the idea is I have the flexibility to take students places for a day. It doesn't count for anything, and that's why it's a placement sort of, but we can also do practicums in there, so we have some students. And the idea is the more you go, the more you might be interested in actually doing it. So we partnered with Nelson House. It's an hour west of Thompson. We went up, I took a look, and this year we just completed, we call it the annual, the Nelson House Express, because it's me and 4 or 5 kids in a van, or students in a van, sorry, I call everybody a kid that's young. It's good to be young. And so we've gone up there 2 years in a row, and we'll go back and we'll go every year. We have a student there who is doing his 5-week block there as well. We also partnered with Frontier School Division, and we took students to Waterhead, Gypsumville, Skowhegan First Nation, and Wanapagao. We just went and did Wanapagao again 2 weeks ago. Students loved it. Again, just a couple of SUVs and away we go. And finally, show of hands, how many of you have been to Shoal Lake 40? Awesome. And that's not a shot. It's just a reality that we use water for a community that most of us have never visited, and a lot of us couldn't place on the map if we tried. My wife's through Shoal Lake, the one north of Brandon. And there's a lot of other Shoal Lakes out there. There's only one Shoal Lake 40, and that's where we get our water. So we're working now to create deeper partnerships with them. Their school has no, except for the principal, has no certified teachers. Frontier School Division 2 years ago started the year with 28 classrooms with no certified teachers in them because we can't get teachers in the north. UNESCO has called this a problem facing the entire world. We're like 1.5 million to 2 million teachers short right now, everywhere. If any of you want to be a teacher, I can hook you up, just so you know. Always recruiting. So here's the results. This year, this fall, we took 25 kids, or 24 students, and a couple of staff. We went up to Cranberry Portage, to Frontier Collegiate, and spent 3 days in Cranberry Portage, which is located between the Paw and Flin Flon. So thanks to this grant, now take a bow. Thanks to this grant and some help from Frontier, 45 students have gone on day trips. 33 students have gone on trips lasting 2 to 4 days. This is since last year. 2 students have gone on trips lasting multiple weeks to communities where they have connections. 12 students have done their 5-week blocks in these communities. 11 staff and faculty and 1 Ministry of Education person has gone along on these trips with us. More results. 6 students have signed contracts in these communities for May, June. 3 students have signed year-long contracts in these communities and will stay for a while yet. And over 80 students, staff, and faculty have seen the beauty and the possibility of going to these communities. It's happening on a very small budget. We just needed to do it, but we needed some cash for an SUV and a little bit of gas. And so this is our second year. We're out of these grants, but we'll find other money, or I'll pay for it myself. I really don't care. But the idea is we're getting people up there. They're going. If any of you ever want to come along for a ride, just let me know. I don't care if you're in the Faculty of Education or not. We can hook you up. You can come with us. We're going back to Cranberry Portage next fall during the fall reading week. We are going back to Shoal Lake 40. We're going to go back to Wanapagao. We're going to go tons of places. We're just going to keep going. And because we've seen in this little time, in 2 years, how many are gone. And I got tons of kids, students, who keep asking me, hey, is there any more space? Can I go? And so, yeah. So it's there, and I just want to thank you because the grant was instrumental in that, and we now have teachers who are actually signing contracts, and this is huge. Thanks.